Hey, it's Sasha Evdokov and welcome to TRADERSFLY TV. In this video, I wanted to attach a person or an avatar to the different stocks that you're watching. The reason I want to do this is because once you start looking at each stock a little bit differently, you'll notice a pattern in the way that they move, and you'll start seeing this more and more because each stock has its own personality. Now, we typically use the avatar example in business context. So, for example, if I'm looking to, discuss business things with you about marketing, and we're looking to create a sales funnel for your prospect or your customer, we'll typically say, let's create an avatar, a person, a fake person that's your really target market that you're going after. Now, I want to do the same concept when it comes to a stock, because every stock trades a little bit differently. And the reason for that is different people trade different stocks. So let's take the concept of McDonald's, for example. The people that are trading McDonald's are much different than the people that are trading Apple, for example, or maybe the penny stocks. So there's different people trading different companies. And if you create a certain avatar for each stock or company, you'll start seeing the little subtle differences. Now, if you go out in the street and you start looking at every person out there and you start seeing, okay, most of them in a general terms, they look like people, they look like humans. But as we go deeper and we start zoning in, you'll start noticing that some people have different hair color, eye color, hair length. Their personalities also become much different. Some people are maybe more aggressive. Some people are more competitive. Other people are nicer or kinder, and other people are just much more mean. And the same thing happens in a stock. So if we're taking a look at McDonald's, that stock doesn't move as quick as maybe some other companies like a Priceline or maybe like a Google. So they have their own pace. They have their own rhythm that they go through. Once you start looking and identifying these little differences, these little insights behind the personalities of that stock, you'll start seeing the patterns in which case you can later capitalize on. So you'll start getting more familiar with them, just like getting more familiar with your best friend. So start looking and create a little avatar for each stock that you're watching. You'll start to see that over maybe a year or two, you start looking at the same companies time and time again. And if you followed me for quite some time, you'll notice that typically I'll list probably the same 20, 30, 50 stocks that I'm always constantly watching. So you can attach a little picture, you can attach the company's logo, or you can attach some other symbol. So for example, for McDonald's, you can attach like the Ronald McDonald for that person, and that stock has a personality. Maybe he's a calm clown or a calm type of person because the stock moves in a more calm fashion than Google. Maybe you can put a little dunce hat on that little personality and start looking at it that one's a little more volatile, it's a little more crazy, and it moves a little bit differently. Or maybe put in something like, a bank, like a Bank of America, again, very stable. So maybe you put in like a house, since they do mortgage and loan applications, it doesn't move that much. So again, you're attaching a little visual image to the personality of that stock. Now, each one, as I mentioned, has their own personality. And as you start getting more familiar with these types of personalities for each stock, you'll get more familiar, you'll be able to start capitalizing on that rhythm, you'll start seeing in the way that they move. And once you get more and more familiar with them, their price movements, their price actions, you start seeing how they behave after earnings, before earnings, when news comes out. You'll start seeing all these little subtleties because it's kind of like a group of people acting and reacting to the news, to the things that are happening to the stock. So if you identify one single thing to a stock, it may be able to help you to start seeing future patterns, in which case you can enter a stock long or to the short position because you're seeing it's not acting or behaving the way that it should. So I hope this video was helpful in order for you to start looking at things a little bit differently about your stocks, because typically the group of people that trade specific stocks are different from one another, and they have their preferences. And this is why it makes things very interesting in the markets, because they usually have their behaviors that affect one another. So thanks for watching this video. If it was helpful and you want to see more videos like this one, along with some of the stocks that I'm watching in the current market conditions, then go ahead, click this link right here. And when you get there, enter your name and email address, and you'll get my rapid recaps. And those will be the stocks that I'm watching today in the current market conditions. And if you want to condense your stock market education and you want to take a video course of one that I've created, it'll really just speed things up for you, then go ahead and check out some of my courses on my website at TRADERSFLY.com. Thanks again for watching this video, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, and most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.